Panther Points on AroundPtown.com is brought to you by these local sponsors. Insurance made simple may sound daunting, but at the Cornerstone Agency, it's the way they do business. Specializing in agricultural policies from land and equipment to the crops you grow. Contact the Cornerstone Agency and Mickley Insurance in Morrison or Sandrock Insurance in Tampico and see what Insurance Made Simple is all about. Find them online for more information. Rock River Lumber and Grain proudly supports the EP Panthers just like the support they have provided to area farmers for the past 88 years. With 9 grain elevators and 2 state-of-the-art agronomy facilities, they pride themselves on customer service and attention to detail to add value to their customers. Erie High School wants to wish good luck to all the Panther teams. Melton Seed and Service offers Channel brand seed products with warehouses in Rock Falls and Geneseo. Berkey's Farm Store in Prophetstown, your full-service IH Case and Kubota dealership with product support that's second to none. Gold Star FS with facilities in Erie, Linden, Deer Grove, and Morrison.
All right, we're getting ready for kickoff. Right now, I don't think we have much of a feed. Dan has said that if it doesn't play, then he will replay it tomorrow. So Bruins getting set to kick off. I believe they won the toss and deferred to the second half, and they're going to kick deep. And thank goodness it went through to the end zone, because if it had kicked back and taken another bounce, it would have been probably their ball first and 10 about the 4.
Yeah, I think that was Munther back there. He just let it go over his head. You need to make sure that ball is going to go all the way. But that was a heck of a kick by Nick Pierce is who St. Bede's kicker is, 6'2", 150-pound. He booted that.
They did have a heck of a kicker.
So we'll start the ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little different look. We just talked to Ross Purvis on the sidelines. Ross is out at least 12 weeks, so obviously that takes him through the last 2 weeks of the football season. It's sad to see that our 2 returning 3-year starting seniors are both hampered by knee injuries, and this is going to be number 22, Sibley, off to the left-hand side, and he's going to be brought down. And again, folks, it's going to be hard for us to tell how much they get for yardage because we are not very far in the air.
Yeah, you got a good gain, about 9 yards on that sweep to the left side. Got a good seal block on the left side, and Sibley showed good speed on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Sibley's been running real hard this year. He really has. To know that he's only a sophomore is great news. We're going to see Levi wide right on our side. Sibley's in the fake it to him. Rolls out, throws it to Hunter. Hunter's got plenty of room, still ahead of him, got blockers. He's going to get brought down about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that seems to be the bread and butter play for Eric and Hunter, is that little swing or flat pass. And a little pass a little bit low. Hunter did a nice job getting down there and picking that up. And then he had lots of green pasture in front of him. Levi Cole made a big block there to give him a few more yards. Got to be careful about that guy. Sometimes they'll turn their back on you and you get a clip. We didn't on that one, so nice gain.
Well, they're going to hand it off this time to Hunter. Hunter's going to go off tackle. Going to be brought down after a gain of about 2.
Yeah, not a whole lot there on that left side. Looked like 45, Ethan Schmerich came in. Just a sophomore, good-sized sophomore linebacker there. 6 foot 175, made a nice tackle. Looks like about 2-yard gain though.
Gunnar Wubin comes out. Grunder comes in. Grunder wearing his away jersey 49 because his 18 got cut off of him at the Riverdale game. It's going to be Hunter Olsen again. And he's going to pick up about 4, maybe make it 5 yards. Looking, I'd say 5.
Yeah, he started outside, made a real nice cut up there inside about the tackle hole. Put his head down and got a good gain. Third and 2, 3rd and 3. This is just what EP was hoping for. Played really good last week against a really good Morrison team and didn't score, but it was a very competitive game throughout.
Yeah, 33 seconds left. We don't know how many minutes, but we know there's 33 seconds. And it's going to be Eric Robinson keeping it. Nice cut up the middle to get the first down. He's still on his feet. And he's finally going to be lost of forward motion, but they never did bring him down.
Yeah, going to be enough for a first down. Hunter Olsen did a nice little kick-out block there on the right end. Eric turned that up inside of that, got the yardage. So I guess we're on about the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 36.
Yeah, right out the 30, I think. Right at the 30.
Okay.
It's really hard to tell from this angle. Well, okay, at the 29. We're getting corrected by the boss. Hunter Olson up the middle is going to pick up, I'm guessing, about 4.
Yeah, about a 4 or 5 yard gain. That was one of the just straight dives with the middle, put the head down, and so far we've had really good positive yardage on every play.
Yep.
We'll take 4 yards, maybe even 5. Take that on every play.
Wooben comes out. Wiebenguy comes in. You don't see Carson very much with short field because he's pretty much a deep threat and can't cut much, so he's pretty much a fly pattern kind of guy. We'll see what he does here. He's going to block here. Hunter Olson's going to go off the left side. He's going to get plenty of blocking on those.
Going to be really close to a first down, I'm thinking. Just moving right down the field on him, Hunter Olson is. He's had a great opening drive. Really close to a first down. They haven't marked it yet. Looks like they're going to bring out the
first down.
He is going to call it first down. All right.
It's going to be 1st and 10 and about the 19, I would imagine, because they weren't sure if they were going to give it to him or not.
Yep.
So it must have been exactly the 10 yards we needed. 30 seconds left. Again, we have no idea how many minutes.
Grunder back in. Hope we keep it on the ground here and keep pounding away at him. Keep this momentum. We got trips to the right.
Yeah, we got trips to the right with Johnson in the slot, and Carson. It's going to be up the middle with number 2. Is going to give Robinson a touchdown on his own.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to kind of a fake, almost like a read option. Not really. He was going to fake the pitch to the outside to Grunder. He just kept it himself and went right up the middle. He got touched a couple times, but they were just arm slaps, and he ran right through it up the middle. Nice 18-yard touchdown run for Eric Robinson. Great start.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me about that, and I know this is kind of frivolous, but the only thing that scares me about that is this is the field of comebacks.
Yeah.
We had a comeback here last year, and about 4 years ago, they came back on a last-second kick with like 2 seconds left. We thought it was going to go into overtime, and they ended up running the kick back. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good. Makes 7-0 Panthers. 7-0 Panthers first quarter.
This quarter brought to us by anybody here, Clark?
Byerman. So that first, the kickoff and Byerman, sorry about that, and Byerman Agri-Systems were brought, or the first touchdown were also brought to you by Byerman Agri-Systems at 14919 277th Street, North Cordova. 61242. Give them a call at 309-654-2222. So, yep, the first touchdown and the kickoff were brought to you by them. So we just kind of rolled them into one. It was so quick.
No way. All right.
Getting set to kick is Levi Cole.
We're just right off of the sideline here. It's kind of a fun vantage point. Even though it's difficult to see a lot, it's kind of fun to be this close to the action. Our sideline's pretty boisterous and excited about that first drive.
Yeah, Hunter Olson's taking his uniform off for some reason. I don't know if he's hurt or what's going on. Kickoff's taken, and he's got a big hole still on his feet. And he is going to have one man to beat, I think, and does not. Gets caught by 2 of them.
Yeah, 42. Cameron Stout caught him. Someone else.
42 and 16.
16. Zach Jensen kind of slowed him down, grabbed him by the shirt tail. Great return. I think that was number 5, Tim Crescent, 5'6", 135-pound junior. Really fast. He just kind of hit that seam. He was gone on the right side. Let's see if we can hold him out of the end zone and see if that was a touchdown saving tackle here.
And that's one of the things we've been bragging about all year is our ability to stay in our lanes and cover. And they did a great job, but he just found a couple gaps.
Yeah.
And like you said, he was gone.
He was gone.
Fast. And it's going to be tailback on the left-hand side. He's got Jamie Miner to beat, and does. Number 1.
That's number 1, Tyler Fortney. He's just a sophomore. Yeah, they got a really good seal block on the left side. I actually thought it was a hold. I was looking for a yellow flag to fly, but it wasn't, so it must have been a good block. I didn't, and then he turned the corner on that, showed great speed. Wasn't any defensive secondary help on that. So
their kicker's number 99, Nick
Pierce. He's judging by his kickoff, this shouldn't be a problem.
And it's blocked.
All right,
blocked
that was Munther.
Munther.
Robert Munther with the block. All right, so that will hold the lead, 7-6. Probably.
Yeah, it's going to be a team that can score.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can stop us. So it's going to be we can't make mistakes and let them have the ball back without a score. We're going to have to keep scoring.
That's right. We were it just walked right down the field, and sometimes it's just natural. It was so easy. You can get a little complacent, and you sit back just for a second on that play, and boom, it's just that quick. So that'll wake us up. Now see how we can respond.
Pierce getting set to kick. And gets off another big one. This time Munther's going to field it. And about the 5. And he's got a big seam, and he's wide open, and he's off to the races. Only Pierce to beat, and he's got him beat, and he's gone. Munther gone on another kickoff return, his second of the year, first one against Riverdale, and that's going to be an explosive, quick score.
Yeah, I'm looking for laundry on the field. I don't see any. They're the officials will say good. Dan was getting me to put the score up here, and I guess I'll have to change it.
Yeah, that makes it 13-6.
I was just doing the away. I was just doing the home one anyway.
It's going to be one of those nights where I think one guy runs the scoreboard, one guy. We're going to give Byerman another shout out for the second touchdown because we kind of snubbed him on the kickoff. So that was also brought to you by Byerman Ag Systems. It's down and it's blocked. Second blocked extra point of the night, one by each team.
Well, Levi's going to be set to kick off, and I'm pretty sure that he was instructed not to kick it out to number 5.
I would imagine.
We'll see where this goes. Yep, the other
go
side of the field. That's a really good one, right in front of the deep guy. Tough one to pick up, and he is able to do it.
And he's going to be brought down after about a sideways gain of 2 yards. He ran 15 yards to gain 1.
I couldn't see anybody who was in on the tackle. Well, I see Gunnar Wubin came in there.
Yep, Trevor Cobo.
Also Trevor Cobo, and Connor Sibley was in on that stop too.
And Damian Thompson was in there somewhere. I'm not sure if he made it in on the tackle or not, but there was a host of Panthers in on that. All right, so it's going to bring up 1st and 10 on the 24 for the Bruins. Quarterback lines up in the shotgun, drops out, throws a quick pass, and brought down almost immediately. I believe that was Jensen. Yeah. Zach Jensen. Looks like he picked up about 5.
Yeah, the quarterback's number 4, Braden Damerall, still had a really strong arm on that. That was a nice throw out there.
Yeah.
Kind of island defense for Zach Jensen. He made a nice tackle because if he just spun out of that, he had a lot of daylight down that sideline. So we got to keep an eye on that. This guy, he definitely looks like he has the arm to throw it long.
Yeah, absolutely. They've always had some pretty good pitch and catch guys.
Mm-hmm.
They've usually had some big linemen. This year, they don't. They look a little undersized. And it's going to be a little pitch out. Colby Franks is getting held over here on the sideline.
There's got to be a flag coming at some point. I can't believe we're not going to see one. His jersey was literally stretched out. That's usually what you wait for. And didn't make the call. Going to move the chains for a first down.
We are at St Bede. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. You wouldn't think that'd make a difference. These guys wouldn't care. Apparently they do. So that's going to be a first down. EP's up 13-6. I think I got that score up there. I did.
Immaculate hold right there.
Yeah.
1st and 10 on the 37 of St. Bede. Quarterback number 1's in motion. Quarterback drops the ball. Bad snap. Gets out of it, and he's going to be brought down after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like number 60, Brady Ballard, in there with the stop. About a 3-yard gain. Had an interesting formation on that one. They had a guy in the slot, and he came in motion, came all the way to the other wing, and it was going to run back across the field. Jamie Miner must be on man coverage on him because he chased him all the way across. If they run that again, Jamie was going to have a hard time keeping up with him. It'd be interesting if they come back to that play.
We'll have to see. Our defensive backfield so far is Colby Franks, Zach Jensen, and Jamie Miner. And he's going to hand off to the full. Nope, going to pitch it out. Fake to the fullback, pitch out, and he's off to the races, folks. And he's going to be brought down by Mac Foy, and
I think Colby Franks got in on that tackle on the far sideline. I thought it was
Jamie.
Was it Jamie?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, there's the 6.
Those jerseys are hard to read. The 6 and the 8 kind of looks.
They do.
Like.
That was a nice. He does that same play again. He faked to the fullback and then he misdirection and pitched it out to the right side. St. Bede for a 0-win team has a lot of speed.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some injuries that we're not going to make excuses by any means, but we got some injuries that are. We've got some people in some
key
different
personnel.
positions. Yeah. They are going to hand it off to that guy in motion this time. He's tripped up, but keeps his feet, and not against Munther, though. Munther brings him down after no gain.
Yeah, that was a good job by Munther there. He was a little bit out of position, but was able to wrap his arms around him, and then he didn't get out of his grasp. Good job bringing that down.
And that is one thing about high school football. When you got a kicker like they have, and they kicked it that deep, you almost out-kicked your coverage.
Yeah.
They're not that fast to get down there and cover it, and boy, you get some lanes like what Robert did on that last play and on that last kickoff, and you're gone. I realize I'm going back in time a little bit, but
I was just laughing because I was listening to the coach on the sideline. He said, "You have to get away from that hold." So apparently they're not real happy with our defensive ends getting held.
That pass is caught. Going to be plenty enough for a first down. But, yeah, you can tell every time our defensive backs are getting held. I think they're going to have it
just enough for a first down. Nice little rollout. He rolled out about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Hit the receiver on that out pattern. I couldn't tell if that was Colby or if that was Jamie. It was one of the two on the tackle. Probably Jamie. I think Jensen's the corner on that side. Jamie's been playing safety. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10. Looks like right at the 20. And about something and a half minutes left in the first quarter. EP's up 13-6, however.
Yeah, it's going to be a track meet tonight if they don't figure out how to stop one of these two offenses. And the quarterback's going to keep it up the middle on a quarterback draw. It's going to be brought down by Blake Misfelt.
Yeah, it was a design draw right away. He didn't even look to pass. They had twins on both sides, and he went up the middle. Blake did a good job of stepping into the gap and kind of just swallowed it up. The quarterback didn't show much courage to run through that tackle.
No.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get what you can and live to play the next play.
Yeah, absolutely. We have, I think it's 3:40 left to go in the first quarter, but 4:40.
Dan's standing on a ladder. We don't want him to lean back too far.
Yeah, don't lean back. You'll fall right off the back of that thing. You might break both arms or something. Number 1 goes into motion. Quarterback draw again. It's going to be up the middle again. And this time he's going to pick up quite a few more. He's going to bring him down about the 1.
Just about the 1. That number 4, their quarterback, Brandon
Darnell?
Damarel, 5'8", 165-pound junior. He is quick.
I kind of remember him from last year. I don't know if maybe he's got a brother that played, but that last
I don't know. He looks like the kind of guy that could have played as a sophomore for sure. He has some quickness to him. Good, nice, strong arm. So they got 1st and goal, I guess about the 2-yard line.
Yep. 2-yard line.
They're going their first double tight power formation.
Long call for the snap, and he's going to be in for the touchdown.
Yeah, he faked to the full. That's a long developing play for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, finally called it.
But he faked to the fullback on the right side, then he pulled it back in, and he dove into on the left side, got in there for the end zone. So St. Bede answers right back. So got a little back and forth going here.
Yeah, it might be a track meet. One of those things that you don't realize when you lose somebody like a Ross Purvis that, with all the speed he has in that defensive backfield, and he's got a nose for the ball. Again, it's ifs and buts kind of thing, but you never know what would happen if we'd had our senior leader in there. And flag on the play.
Flag on the play. He kicked that thing
600 yards.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where you look at how small these crossbars are, and I think we had that in one of the games we were here last year or a couple years ago. It's like, how could you really tell if it was over the crossbar? Now, when they kick it 30 yards over, that was an absolute line drive missile over there, but looks like it's going to be offsides on EP.
But they snapped it. They blew it dead before the snap and the kick. So
they move it half the distance. They may decide to go for 2 now because they're about the same yardage out as they were on the touchdown. They are making some substitutions.
Yeah, they're bringing.
See if this will be crazy the way that Bears game was a couple weeks ago, where they that PAT was back and forth so many times. So the quarterback, number 4, is coming back on the field now, Braden Damarel. So they're going to have it probably right about the 1.
When the team you're playing leaves on the Sunday before and says because they played there the year before and they had all the jet lag, wouldn't you take their advice?
Maybe.
Damarel's under center, takes a snap, hands it off the first back through. And
I don't know. This is going to be another.
Yep, he's in.
They waited.
They were going to wait until he got in.
Yeah, and that's interesting because a lot of times there'll be a quick whistle on a big pile up, but they let him just keep scrumming on that one. And the initial surge by the defensive line stopped him, but he was able to keep the momentum going and got it in for the 2. So 4:09 left in the first quarter.
And your Panthers trail 14-13. 4:09 left to go in the first quarter. 14-13 in this track meet between EP and St Bede. There have been no negative plays, have there?
No, there has not. About a 15-yard run-up for the kicker.
Pierce set the kick, not near as deep this time. Flags are flown.
Must be offside on St. Bede. Yep. They left a little early, and, they got to start right on the line of scrimmage. They can't get a running start, so they try and get a little bit quicker, and I guess they went a little too soon. It's a bad deal because that was a very returnable kick. That was wasn't that high, and it was right to him. He would have got back at least to the 30, but now the hard part here is if he kicks a hard one on the ground, be a little tougher to field because he knows he can't put it in the end zone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not totally sure, but
he's got a leg.
I would be surprised if he could put it in the end zone.
Yeah,
so.
Me too. You got to wonder, is this guy, did they groom him to do this? Or?
Well, he's listed as just a kicker, so they don't say like kicker and receiver or anything like that. So I don't know why it takes so long for him to put the ball on the tee and get ready for this kick.
It's his only job, Scott. So he wants to get his camera time as much as he can. And
Dan, get the camera off of him.
His 15 minutes.
Your 15 minutes is over. Nick.
St. Bede set to kick. And Pierce gets a pretty good one away, and it's going to go to Trevor Cobo. Cobo picks it up in about the 7. He's got a little bit of a lane, but he runs outside and going to be brought down around the 24, 26, I guess.
Yeah, on the other side. Yeah, he had a lead blocker there, Gunnar Wubin, and if he would have cut it inside of that block, but instead he went outside of him to the sideline, and he had nothing to go there. So,
and I think that's the natural route of a speedster, though.
Yeah, that's right. But that was the wrong route for Cobo to go on that one. But, hey, we'll take the ball on the 27. That's not a bad start.
Nope. 6 seconds ticked off the clock. It's 4:03 left in the first quarter. 14-13 Bruins. Hunter Olson, a lone setback. He's going to get the handoff. No, he's not. He's going to pull it out, and it's going to be Eric Robinson running up the middle. Now he's got plenty enough for the first down. Cuts it to the outside, and he's still on his feet. He's going to be brought down about the 44 of the Bruins.
Yeah, big gain there for Eric, and quite honestly, if he would have just handed off to Hunter, I think he would have got just as far on this right side because we had this right side totally sealed off. Our offense looks really good today. I just hope we can stop them.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to be one of those games where whoever gets that final that stop.
It could be. Sometimes these games end up on who gets the most PATs after the touchdown.
Well, and that's true too. So far, they've gotten 2. I realize they've only gotten 1, but they've got the 2 points to our 1 point on the PATs. And this time it is Hunter. He's going to go backwards for about 3 yards before he turns it up, and he's going to get about 3 yards.
Yep, about a 3 or 4 yard gain. We'll take that. Good positive yards. We're in 4-down territory here across the 40-yard line, so playbook is wide open. He can do it every once. I like it. Just keep us on the ground. Hunter and Eric are a good combination right now.
Yeah, you throw in a mixture of Sibley on an occasion and maybe a pass from time to time. Gunnar Wubin obviously is a good ball carrier.
He's coming into the game right now, Gunnar is. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. EP is down 14-13. About 2nd and 6, Clark.
Yeah, 2nd and 6, so about a 4-yard gain. And it's going to be Sibley this time up the middle. Nice hole up the middle. He picks up
about 2 or 3 yards, I think.
Yeah. They converge pretty quick. They got some speed. They just don't have a lot of size on that.
No, they didn't. They didn't. They are not very big there.
I think they're a lot like us. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of size, but our line is undersized, but strength-wise and pound for pound, it's tough to beat them.
Going to bring up 3rd and 4 is about what it's looking like. I'm guessing we're going to be looking at Eric Robinson or Hunter Olson on this play. Those two have had their way with St. Bede so far. Got Sibley lined up with Hunter.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're right. Gunnar Wubin in the slot. It's going to be Sibley this time. Nope, Eric keeps it, picks it up after he fumbles it, and it's going to be a fumble on the play. And St. Bede says they have
like
it.
They fumbled it.
None of the officials are mentioning anything. One official went to point down and then never said anything.
St. Bede has the ball, and they are going to give them to him. Yeah, Eric was in the shotgun there and faked a handoff to Hunter and dropped the ball. Was able to pick it up. Had about a 3-yard gain, 2 or 3 yard gain, and dropped it, fumbled it again. We couldn't really see if it got punched out or what happened. I thought he had grabbed it pretty well after the initial fumble.
Yeah, it looked
but
like
maybe he didn't get it really secured that great after that. He was too focused on trying to get the yardage back.
And I'm not going to elaborate on this, but this is a game, and this is a place where when you play, you better play a perfect game because there's some things stacked against you. That's all I'm going to say.
1st and 10 for St. Bede. Watch out for their quarterback speed. Sends a guy in motion.
Yeah, fast guy in motion. Throws it out. Jensen again going to bring him down out of bounds.
Yeah, I can't see who the receiver is. That good coverage by Jensen. I tell you, he's kind of out there by himself on that. If he's done a good job on 2 tackles out there. A lot of work for him.
Pick up about 5. He's going to bring up 2nd and 5 at about the 38.
They haven't tried any deep passes, so everything's been kind of outs or a little cross.
Well, I think they're setting that up.
They could.
Kobe Franks is going to be guarding out wide left, or excuse me, out wide right. Robert Munther's out here. There's nobody on the slot. Hey, and the quarterback keeper.
Yep, they spread us all out and gave him some good running lanes. I don't even think that was going to be a pass, and he
they're going to run that quarterback draw until we stop it.
Yeah, he looks plenty athletic enough to give you fits, that's for sure. I don't know who they've played this year, what their scores have been, but I'm surprised they're 0-17.
Well, they lost to Hall 6-0 or 8-0, which Hall, very good team. They lost to Princeton, I think 26-0. They've lost some other games. I know Morrison blew them out, and there's been some other blowouts. But for the most part, they've lost every game. But I don't know who all they've played. Stopped this time.
Yep.
Maybe a 2-yard gain.
That was our best read on that quarterback draw of the day, and that's going to bring us down here to the end of the quarter. We're down 14-13, Clark.
Yep, down 14-13 end of the first quarter in the track meet between EP Panthers and St. Bede Bruins. All right, we're back. It's going to be a halfback pass, and he's wide open, out of bounds. Boy, he ran out of bounds. He didn't have anybody within 10 yards of him.
No, he would have had a touchdown if he could have kept his balance. The wind's kind of blowing that way, and it was a halfback pass, and it pushed the receiver out of bounds when he caught the ball. Fortunate for us, or he could have ran backwards into the end zone. Going to put the ball on about the 23-yard line, first down for St. Bede. I was looking up. They've only scored 2 touchdowns in their last 3 games, so I guess you'd say they're due to score. So they've equaled that.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door for another one here.
And who have they played, though? Kiwani.
Up here, they played Monmouth last week, then Kiwani and Hall.
Yeah, Monmouth beat them 20-0, and if not for an interception late in the game, it probably would have been a closer game for us.
That was 45 up the middle. About the first carry that wasn't from the fullback. That was Ethan Schmerich. He's just a sophomore. This is a very young team as well. He got enough for a first down. Going to be 1st and goal. They got it marked on the 10 right now on the scoreboard, but I don't know if that's where I can't see the yard line at all from here.
I'm gonna say right at the 10. I'm gonna say they don't have enough for a first down, but it's right at the 10. 1st and goal at the 10. Look at that far judge.
Yep.
And it's gonna be 45 again up the middle. Nope, he's gonna kick it out. There is a flag on the play. About time.
More than likely a hold. I have no idea. There's a telephone pole right in my way. The initial call is a hold on them, so that'll move them back. Interesting. The first 2 touchdowns St. Bede had is pretty much the quarterback all the way down the field. One nice play with that number 1, Tyler Fortney, but this drive started the second quarter with their fullback 45.
Yeah. Well, they're mixing it up and keeping us honest. Next time, if there is a next time when we do it here, because this is a crossover. No, this is not a crossover game. I'm sorry. So next time we play here, we're gonna just bring tree stands and put them on the.
There you go.
On the power poles, and we'll call them from our tree stands.
That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, moving back to the 20.
Back in the shotgun. Long call. And he gets rushed out of the pocket. Goes back into the defense, and he's going to be brought down shy of not even back to the line of scrimmage.
I think that was 67 Max Jones that flushed him out of the pocket. And the problem is once he starts scampering, he's tough to bring down. He would have been sacked for a real big loss there by Max, but he was able to elude that one. Looks like he only got a 3-yard gain out of it. Felt like he scampered a lot longer than that, honestly.
I'll tell you what, he reminds me of our sophomore quarterback, Colby Franks, watching that fresh sophomore on Tuesday night. Nobody could bring him down.
Yeah, he just was just fast enough to just stay out of their reach all the time. It was like he just had that extra gear whenever he needed it.
Back in the shotgun again, one in motion. Drops back, nope, quarterback draw. And fights off the hold that time as Brady Ballard makes the first contact, going to bring him down for a short gain, I think.
Yeah, Brady did a good job keeping his outside arm free on that, and the quarterback cut back inside of that, and Brady was able to get an arm up on him.
Boy, when you can't read their jersey because they're being yanked all the way to the other side, that's time to start calling that.
It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 15 is what it looks like.
They will receive the kick in the second half. So
they got a couple possessions here in a row coming. Here we go.
Snap is a little low. He picks it up, throws it over the middle, and it is out of the receiver fell down. But I think it still was overthrown.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance at it anyway, and I think he just tripped. It didn't even look like he had contact back there with.
Yeah, I think Mr. Pierce is going to come in and try to kick a. Let's see, 13, so the 20, so about a 30-yard field goal. I think he's got enough leg.
He's got enough leg. We'll see if he's got the accuracy. This will be one of those where if he kicks it just to the side, those 10-foot little chopsticks sticking up from the goalpost. We'll see if Dan will give us a good view. We'll scrutinize this replay.
This almost looks like a factory instead of a school with that big giant.
Yeah.
It's going to be wide left. And no good. So all of that, and they score nothing.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop. Well, the holding penalty really took away the momentum because St. Bede had moved right down the field there to start that second quarter. So EP was able to, muster up there and corral them, forced to stop them on downs. So time for us to answer back.
1st and goal on the 20 is not an easy thing to overcome.
No. And you're less willing to pass the ball when you're down there. And that was the best we had done on their quarterback, number 4, Braden Damerall. Officials are stopping the play. I think, was it St. Bede that we played at EP about 3 years ago when the field goal was actually good? And they...
Yep, at Erie.
Extra point, yeah.
Extra point was good, and they even said after the game it was good.
Yeah, it was a weird deal where even the ref, the white hat, said it was good, but the guy that made the call underneath the goalpost just didn't see it right, and I guess it's some rule where you can't overturn what he said, and that was the oddest thing where you wouldn't think that's even possible, but and it wasn't one of those where it was really high over the goalpost either. It was right there.
And it wasn't over the goalpost.
Yeah.
I mean, it was over the upright.
Yeah.
Or the
crossbar. Could not see who got that carry. I'm going to guess Hunter Olson. Yep, it was Hunter Olson.
Pickup of about 3. We'll see what the scoreboard tells us.
Yeah, 3 or 4. As soon as they get about to midfield, we have a great vantage point. But when they're down there, it's like it's just not that good. I mean, most of the first half was played right over here in front of us, which was quite nice. But looks like a 3-yard gain for Hunter Olson.
Yep, 2nd and 7 on the 23. They're saying
he's running really good tonight. I like to keep pounding him.
Going to bring up 2nd down. Robinson's going to be under center. He's going to keep it, roll out, And he spins off of one tackle, is still dragging the Bruin, still on his feet. He's not going down. At least they're not calling it lost a forward motion like they did down here.
Honestly, I was looking at how many St. Bede guys were left. I think there was 7 St. Bede guys in on that tackle. Eric, you had said we didn't have any negative yards, and I don't think he wanted to have one on that one. He showed great leg drive on that play. See what he's got left in the tank after that play.
He picked up about 2 on that play. It's going to bring up, we'll say 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was a hard working 2 because he got hit about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage when the play kind of got going. So
you watch Carson Wiebengay run in, and you can tell he's got kind of a little flat tire with that knee, but he still outruns just about everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd outrun me. That's not saying much. That's a little hurdle to get over.
Oh, just perfect thrown ball to Levi, and it goes out of his hands. And first quarter was a track meet. Second quarter's kind of been a defensive struggle.
Yeah, that was Levi was out in the split right and was just doing a slant. Eric threw that a little harder than he needed to, but it did hit Levi in the hands. But
it was a bullet.
You
got to wonder if there was somebody close to him. I bet you he'd have caught that ball because he was running before he caught the ball because he had a lot of real estate in front of him.
He did. That would have been a fun result for sure. Who we got?
Trevor Cobo.
Okay.
Set the kick. Nice snap. Gets it off. Gets a short kick for Trevor,
Hopefully
but it's going to roll.
Hits the ground.
And it does roll. It's going to be fielded down around the 37-yard line. Nice kick for Trevor.
Yeah, their return guy, Tim Croissant, I remember that name from last year.
I'm hungry now.
But yeah, he got a little closer to that ball than a coach would like because one little bad bounce and that could have been a free ball for EP.
Especially when he slipped.
Yeah. So the result's going to be St. Bede taking over at their own 37-yard line. There's probably
something in 34 seconds left. We're going to
7:34. Dan's going to say.
Good thing we got Dan here. I just hope he doesn't fall off the back of this thing. Going to have trips to the left, tight trips to the left. And it's going to be number 1 getting the ball, and he is going to be brought down after about a pickup of 5, make it 4.
Yeah, that's the other speedster, Fortney, a little 5'8", 130-pound sophomore. I was looking on their St. Bede roster. They only have 4 seniors on their team, so this is a very young team.
I tell you what, when you call a game up in Prophetstown, up in that nice booth up there, and you got good centerage and the height and everything, you can call a game a lot better. But I like calling the games down here where you're right there.
Yeah, you feel right in the action, feel part of it.
I like it. Good call, Dan. Seriously, I mean, you feel like you're part of the game.
Timeout by St. Bede. That's the first time out of this half.
It is. Unlike the Morrison Fresh Off game where it seems like they called a timeout every 5 minutes. Somebody was calling a timeout.
Yeah, you can't use them the next week, so you might as well use them up.
Yeah, but this does not look like an 0-7 team.
No, it doesn't. But they're young, and EP's coming in with a 2-5 record, and so not a great record, and so St. Bede's like, this is our chance to win a game this year, so they may be a little more dejected when they're playing a Morrison or a tough game, so they're giving us their best shot.
Seconds, we're called a long 6, short 7. They're doing that long snap again. I think they've seen that we go offsides a lot more than we should. They're going to be brought down for a sack, about 2-yard sack. Going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that was 71. Was that Misfelt in on the stop? Yeah, he had a really nice rush on there, and interestingly enough, the quarterback really stayed in like he wanted to pass that one.
Yeah.
And when he's had pressure in the pass, he just took off scampering. That was right after a timeout. It's almost like they really wanted to make an effort to go deep, and maybe that's why we haven't seen them going deep, because they just can't hold the pass rush long enough, and the receivers aren't getting open. So
we do have a good defensive backfield.
We
really
do.
Coverage.
Yep. So
unless it's Hunter Newman last week,
we'll probably be looking at a little bit more of the crossing routes and the quarterback keepers after that play.
Yeah, they're going to have to probably a passing down here. He's going to roll out to the right, and Gunner hit him, and he does not get a flag. So good no call there. I mean, it would have
been on Sunday, but it's not in high school. They let you actually touch the quarterback. But it's one of those ones too. It's always a bad deal for the quarterback because it's a damp evening and all the football fields have a crown to him, and he's running downhill anyway. You get pushed from behind, and It always looks a lot worse because you slide for about 7 yards.
Yeah,
but
it looks like the end of the Sherrard game last year. They were doing the slip and slide
that
on the
was,
field.
yeah, that was.
6:04 left to go in the half. 14-13.
Yeah, we got the
Pierce.
Nick
sent
Pierce.
back to punt.
See if he can punt as well as he can kick.
Those white socks and white sleeves, they just stand out like a sore thumb. Yep, our guys don't jump this time. Oh, almost blocked.
Oh, he got a great bounce.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness, that ball must have rolled about
Still
20
rolling.
yards after it hit. Did you see who got in on that almost?
Yeah, 39, which is Corey Barnes Jr.,
Yeah.
a sophomore. He's number 21 on the fresh soft team. He had a big impact on that win on Tuesday against Morrison.
He did a good job not running into the kicker, but he just missed blocking that punt as well.
Just missed.
The punter wasn't back. It didn't look like the full yardage. Maybe they'll.
Plus, he ran quite a. He didn't take his two-step drop.
So something to look at if we can force St. Bede to punt again. We're going to have a chance to get in there and get a block. So great bounce for St. Bede. Gives EP the ball at their own 25.
And it's going to be Hunter this time. And he's going to be bulldog down, but it looked like he threw him forward 2 yards.
Yeah, kind of in this dead area for us to see with the sideline and the big pole, but looks like about a 4 or 3 yard gain, 2nd and 7.
I think he would have been stopped for about a 2 yard gain.
Yeah.
Kind of pulled him over on himself. And threw
Is
him
that
forward.
2.5 left or 3.5, Dan?
3.5, I think.
5.5. Plenty. We got plenty of time.
Lots of time.
Plenty of time.
Levi's going to be wide left, nobody to the right. Hunter Olsen, the lone setback. And it's going to be a pitch out to Hunter. Hunter's off to the right side. And he's going to be brought down, I'm guessing, about a gain of 2.
Yeah, he got hit immediately on that one, on that pitch. St. Bede
no gain.
saw that play. They
It's
ran
time for a quarterback draw of our own.
Yeah, that's the kind of play there where we got the touchdown on, where he faked that exact same pitch and Eric kept it right up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
St. Bede's pursuing really well to the ball. It might be time where we have to do a little bit of misdirection.
Well, one of those Carson Wiebengay circus catches down about 40 yards down the field.
Well, I'd take that too.
That catch he made, who was it against? It wasn't Monmouth. It was the first game at Prophetstown. BV. No, that was at Erie.
Ooh.
Oh, almost interception by number 45, the fullback.
Yeah, that was intended for Carson. And, 45. I didn't even see him. He came across there. He had a pick 6 in his sights. Would have been a tough grab.
I'm thinking down in the distance, it'd be a terrible time for a fake punt. So why not run one now?
There you go.
You know, you're not in the playoffs. You need to win. Why
You
not do
practice
something
them.
you really shouldn't?
They probably spend time practicing them all year.
Well, and Trevor does a great one. I mean, they've got they did one against Monmouth Roseville. Oh, he calls
Good
for a fair
kick.
catch, touches it. I didn't think he really called for a fair catch. He waved both hands.
If the ball hits the ground, you're live.
game,
You
yeah.
can't.
Well, yeah, he touched it and the ball hit the ground. But even if he didn't, he really didn't call for a fair catch.
Yeah, I don't know. Be interesting how that was ruled. I thought that's what he was doing, and then
4:15.
4:15 to go in the half. St. Bede's going to take over. St. Bede was fortunate to recover that punt.
Yeah,
Could have been a miscue on that. So okay, we weren't able to even move the chains there. We're going to have to get a stop here to keep this 1-point game going into halftime.
Lucas Stoney is wide right. Number 5's in motion. It's going to be a quarterback draw again up the middle. He's going to be scooting through there. Number 3 brings him down.
Yeah, Munthro was in there. Made him change direction. Couldn't see who got in on the final tackle.
Brady Abel made the final tackle, number 3. He had some hits last week. That were some of the biggest hits I've seen in high school football in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is not first quarter anymore. It is the track meet. Kind of like last week, we held Morrison scoreless in the first and the fourth. Second and the third is all the scoring was done.
There we go.
Zach Jensen's going to come out wide on Stoney to the right of the offense. And they're going to hand it off to the first guy through. He is brought down almost immediately. That's number 50, Logan Wheeler, coming through there, knifing through there, getting that single leg, and holding on while everybody else piles on.
Yeah, I think that was that fullback 45, Ethan Stamerick again. Shremick. And, yeah, good job by Logan. Going to make it third, and looks like they gave him about a yard. So good adjustment after their fullback had good gains there on their last drive, that drive that was stopped by the holding penalty.
Yeah, it's nice to see this defense settling down and starting playing the way they've played well all year. I mean, look what they did against a Morrison team that
just held them to 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And one of those is a really bad blown coverage.
Picked off by Jacob Grunder. He's still on his feet, going to be brought down about the 40-yard line.
Yep.
Nice job at Mr. Grunder.
It was. That was a rifle too. He he had good coverage. I think he was guarding number 1, Tyreek Fortney, and the ball he turned around and the ball was right there, and Fortney was right there as well, so he wasn't able to escape his grasp. But going to be a turnover right on the 40. How much time we got, Dan? 2:31 left in the half. EP's down 14-13. That's
the best time to go to the dentist.
Really?
2:30.
Very good.
Bad jokes.
Okay.
And it's going to be Grunder and Hunter Olson in the backfield. And Robinson goes out to the right. Oh, just out of the outstreet's hand of Sibley. Nice try there.
He had him wide open. That was one, just put a little bit of touch on it, you know, and he fired out a little bit hard. It was there.
Yep, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40. You got to like a open play call like that on first down, and in their territory. You can play conservative and try to get a drive together to go down, but why not try to go open or try to go wide open? Good
time for it. I think down in distance here in time of the half, we're probably going to go for it on 4th down anyway. So why not?
Fumble on the play.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. St. Bede comes up with it at about the 38-yard line.
I saw him fumble, but I don't know how the ball went forward.
I think it got kicked by
must
a guy
have
that
been
didn't even
kicked.
know they saw it.
Two St. Bede guys just
converged on each other.
Yeah.
I thought the second guy threw was hurt, but he got up off of Will.
Eric was under pressure as soon as he was rolling out on that one. I don't know why he dropped that. He must have dropped it and then kicked it forward. So
2:21 left to go in the half. Need a big stop here by the Panther defense. And they're going to call a long cadence again. Oh, nice hit that time. It was a nice catch, but number 8, Colby Franks, comes up with a huge hit right as he catches the ball.
Yeah, Tim Crescent kind of running a deep in. Good throw there by Demerol.
2:14 to go, 1st and 10 on about the 40-yard line.
Boy, this momentum changed quick. We had Sibley wide open there going in for a touchdown just over his hands, and 3 snaps later, St. Bede's got the ball inside the 40.
Yeah, and you're right. He could have put it in the same exact spot with a little bit of touch, and he probably would have caught that ball. He's going to go deep this time, way overthrown. Number 2 still running, can't catch up to it.
Yeah, Jensen was on the coverage there, and he kind of stopped, and receiver kept going right past him. He was wide open.
Minute 52 left to go in the half. 14-13. Remember, St. Bede will be getting the ball to start the second half. And if you want to, you can throw a virus on around P-Town because your license has expired on your antivirus. Just a word of advice out there. I don't know why anybody would want to do that.
Long time getting this playoff. Back judge is counting.
Going way back in motion. And that was an option, and I think he should have pitched it.
Yeah. They got that off. I was watching the back judge. He starts counting at 5, and it was funny. His first 1, 2 were about, he got 3 and 4 and 5 were really fast, but he didn't have the guts to throw the flag on 5, so sometimes you get 5 and that next breath, and that's what they got on that one. He was able to get the playoff for about a 2-yard gain, 3rd and 8. Got to watch the quarterback on this, and then wide receiver on the right side, Story's another key target for him.
I'm surprised we don't see Robinson playing center field on this. That's usually where we are on kind of a prevent.
They did go to Story.
They did, and he had a nice
he had a couple
circus
steps on.
try for it. But
I think Jensen was on the coverage.
Yeah.
The ball was just over his shoulder a little bit. It was catchable. Would have been a heck of a catch. That's going to bring up 4th down. They're bringing.
It's 4 down territory for him with a
I
minute
would
6.
think they brought in about a half their squad here on the line change.
Well,
Pierce
Pierce is in.
Pierce is in.
I don't think he's all that athletic other than his leg, and nothing against him, but I don't think he's a fake kind of guy. So other than maybe snapping it to the up back, I think they're going to actually kick it here.
This has to be a fake. I
don't know. They could want to pin us deep with a minute 6 left to go to where it's long, but it still gives
They
us.
got too many men on the field.
Yep, flag on the play, which is fine. That's probably a good thing for them.
Yeah. And now, I'm not sure if they called timeout.
No.
They did call delay. Okay.
42 for the Panthers coming in.
Levi's coming in. We got 4 guys. Sibley's coming in. Levi Cole's coming in. Pierce hasn't moved yet.
No. Trevor Cobo's in.
St Bede had mass confusion on that play. They really had guys not know where to line up, and then they had too many guys on the field. So I think they'll punt on this time.
Well, and that's not a bad play,
No.
really, to be honest with you. Almost blocked again. It's going to be a nice coffin kick. And going to go out about the 17-yard line, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Can't really tell very well, but.
Yeah, pretty good kick under the circumstance. He had great pressure again there from the outside. He was able to get that kick off. Punt off.
What do we have? 50 seconds? 53
About
seconds?
53 seconds.
53.9. We'll round that up to 54. We're going to be the optimists.
All right. Well, we need to keep our hands on the ball for one thing. We don't want a little fumble here. Eric's had 2 of them already this game.
Well, and when you know they're going to get the ball in the second half, you might want to try something, Maybe on first down, go deep to somebody.
He had Sibley wide open before.
And I don't know who made the catch, but it was a nice catch.
Yeah, I
Is that
can't.
Johnson? 49. That's
Peyton Ivy.
No, 49 is Jacob Grunder.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Timeout EP.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Grunder. He ran a little out there, and as soon as he caught it, he turned it back up inside immediately instead of keep running out. He's able to get about 5 yards there. We got 3 timeouts in the bag, so that's plenty. Looks like we're going to try and move the ball down the field. They didn't. They weren't afraid to throw the ball on first down from the inside their own 20.
Well, when you're down, it's only a point, but you're still down, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time to try for it.
We're not going to, because they're going to get the ball right back, and we're down, so we need to get down and score this play. They hit Grunder on that one there. The out receiver did an out and up, so maybe we could look and see that.
That was Carson, I believe, wasn't it? Oh no, he was in the slot.
Yeah, he was in the slot.
That was Levi. And this time, it's going to be a quarterback draw, and he is still on his feet. Might as well call another timeout. You're first and 10 at the 40.
If they got another play called, the clock will stop while they reset the chain. They are going to call a timeout on that one. That's a play right there where they could have had 2 plays called. Yeah, that's the difference between high school and professional football. The clock stops there. They could run up there and run anything they want, but they want to make sure. So
yeah,
only got 1 timeout left.
I'd say get the ball to Colby Franks and have him run like he did on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, is that a 4? 40-some seconds, Dan? He can't see.
He's a cameraman and he can't see.
Yeah.
It wasn't very funny, but it was a joke, Dan.
Well, we'll see if they're setting up a out and up move here. We got first and 10. We got 1 timeout left.
I'm going to say it's going to Carson on this one.
Maybe running a wheel route around the sideline here. That's kind of what he's looking at.
Yep. And it's going to Carson. And he caught it, and he's down at the 30. Set the chains. We got a lot of time, folks. It's about 30 seconds left to go or more.
Yeah, that was. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Hopefully, it's going to be a late hit on
Nope, he's waving it off.
Waving it off. Okay.
It looked like intentional grounding is what he called, but obviously it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, I don't
grounding.
know what other call that would be. You have to look in this rule book here.
Oh, it looks like it's against them because he's asking Robinson what he's wanting to do. Roughing the
Personal
passer.
foul late. Roughing the passer on Eric, so they'll tack that on at the end. That was the little wheel route there we were looking at with Carson. And number 4, Damerall, the quarterback, had a beat on that and just missed it. Great concentration by Carson. Turned around and caught it with 2 hands and made the catch. Wasn't able to keep his balance down inside the 30. Now they're going to tack on the penalty after the catch.
Well, they waved it off.
Well, he said personal foul.
Yeah, so it should be tacked on. No, he said personal foul, roughing the passer.
Yeah.
So I think the white hat got overruled.
Yeah, you can't wave off a personal foul.
Yeah, yep.
Those are always tacked on.
So with 40-some seconds left to go, you've got your whole playbook, because if you run this down to, is it half the distance?
They're a little confused.
25 seconds. We're getting the report from Jace Grunder. Not to be confused with Jacob Grunder, who apparently I called him Jacob at the Fresh Soft game, and Rob Luando gave me a piece of his mind.
Didn't like that.
He didn't like it.
I wouldn't mess with Rob.
1st and 10 from the 15, is it? 14.
Yeah, it falls, well, it's just inside the 15. It's not quite the 14.
You got 2 timeouts or 1 left?
1 left. A little confusion here by the officials. The white hat doesn't seem real confident in his call, but we're going to get going here.
It's going to be over to Connor Sibley, who doesn't bring it down, but that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 14.
Yep. Pretty good coverage. That wasn't a bad pass either. Connor had a chance to make that play.
To me, and this is just commentary, that's why I'm over here in the truck instead of right there on the sideline, but to me, go to the end zone again. If you don't get it, run a play to the middle of the field and get the ball in the middle, and you got Levi Cole to kick a field goal.
Yeah, you got time for
That
that.
timeout. Looks like about 18 seconds. Can't tell for sure, but I think it's 18 seconds left to go. Sibley and Wiebengay off to the right. They're going to give it to, nope. He's going to go to Levi. Oh, in and out of his hands. He had it. Touchdown, but he dropped it.
Yeah, and I think that was Hunter Olson. St. Bede was blitzing on that play, and Hunter picked him up.
He's done a great job this year protecting Robinson on those.
That was a really nice blitz package that St. Bede put on there, and Eric actually had a lot of nice touch on that pass. That was a really nice pass he just threw right there. Levi would have liked to have come down with that one for sure.
All right, little screen to Sibley here. Let them over pursue on that blitz again, and Sibley on a screen. Going to drop back to pass again. Throws it out to Carson. And it's incomplete. It looked like Carson had it.
I thought he came down with it, but I guess not. They're going to call it incomplete. Well, that's going to bring up 4th down.
Field goal units coming on. This is where we had realized at the end of the game, not the end of the half, but this is where our field goal team came in big last year.
Yeah. About a 31-yarder where it's being set down.
Jamie Miner for the hold.
He's the hold.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's short.
He got it.
It is good.
Just over.
Holy cow, I thought that was short.
As the time expired.
Yep, as time expires. 14-16. We got a 2-point lead going into the half.
Panther Points on AroundPtown.com is brought to you by these local sponsors. Insurance made simple may sound daunting, but at the Cornerstone Agency, it's the way they do business. Specializing in agricultural policies from land and equipment to the crops you grow. Contact the Cornerstone Agency and Mickley Insurance in Morrison or Sandrock Insurance in Tampico and see what Insurance Made Simple is all about. Find them online for more information. Rock River Lumber and Grain proudly supports the EP Panthers, just like the support they have provided to area farmers for the past 88 years. With 9 grain elevators and 2 state-of-the-art agronomy facilities, they pride themselves on customer service and attention to detail to add value to their customers. Erie High School, wants to wish good luck to all the Panther teams. Melton Seed and Service offers Channel brand seed products with warehouses in Rock Falls and Geneseo. Berkey's Farm Store in Prophetstown, your full-service IH Case and Kubota dealership with product support that's second to none. Gold Star FS with facilities in Erie, Linden, Deer Grove, and Morrison.
And we are back. We're getting ready for the start of the second half. Levi Cole's going to set the kick for the Panthers. A few things going on, Scott, and maybe you can fill us in a little bit better. But tomorrow, our our middle school boys and girls cross-country teams are headed to state.
Yeah, that would be an exciting time for them. Hopefully it's not raining and cold down there. I'm sure they run it in what other kind of weather, so
yeah,
good luck to them in that.
We had top 10 place finishers for the girls and 3 for the boys last week. So we beat Sandwich for the boys and took second to Sandwich for the girls. So this one's kicked to the up, man. He's going to pick it up. That's number 44. He's brought down almost immediately, or met immediately. Still not brought down.
Yeah, they let him run right into a big pile of people there on that one. He did a good job not having his knee hit the ground when he caught that kickoff. I thought he would have been down when he caught it. But
you see that so often in high school. Where
yeah.
They take that kickoff on the knee and then they try to run. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Once you're down, you're down. Which I realize it's a special deal, but you always wonder why they don't call them down when they take the snap for the extra points of the field.
I know, yeah that's exactly. Don't get me started on that. Or Mary.
Oh, we forgot to say Mary's favorite word.
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh, nice pickup that time. That wasn't Jensen this time. Yeah, it was.
I can't believe they called that a completed pass. I thought for sure that hit the ground.
I did too.
But irregardless of that, they're going to give him the catch.
There it is.
Good job by Jensen. Yeah, that ball looked like for sure. Well, I guess we'll find out when we see the replay tomorrow. But because
we'll see which camera angle we get.
Yep.
True. That's a good point.
Dan's taking the official side. Nice.
Boss/cameraman says everybody be screaming it was on our side. So if it had been hitting the ground, we'd have been pitch out to number 1. Oh, hit first immediately by Munther, but he's going to be brought down for a loss. Actually, I don't think he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
About a 5-yard loss there. Munther did a great job when you're playing on that outside end. You got to keep your arm and outside leg free, and he did a great job on that. Number 1, Fortney tried going around him, and he had to belly back so far to do that the pursuit was able to come.
So, as we've talked about all year, and we talked about last year, Coach Abbott does a great job of making adjustments, and they scored real quick on the first 2, and ever since then we've held them out of the end zone and even out of the crossbars with their great kicker they have.
Yeah, we have done a good job on that. Yeah, their one score was a big long kickoff return. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Thrown out in the nice try, but it out of the outstretched arms. That's going to bring Pierce in for the punt.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to get the first down on that one anyway. Nope. So another sophomore there. This is a really young team here. The kicker, Pierce, has been mainly kicking to the corners on his punts, and I watched him do a couple just before the half started. He was doing the same thing. So I think Munther is back there to receive the punt. I'd be surprised if he kicks this right down the field at him.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd be surprised if he gets it off. Grunder's coming. Nope, not Grunder. Oh, they get blocking that time. They do pick him up.
Wow.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Zach Jensen almost gets hit in the back.
Yeah, that's a tough one for him. He's back there trying to block, and that was a line drive kick. Sometimes the ball just finds you, and that was about what happened there.
Yeah, that time Corey Barnes Jr. had been getting through in the first 2 punts.
Uh-huh.
That time they picked him up pretty well.
Yeah.
Something they seen and made adjustments are at halftime. We'll see what our offense can do with the 16-14 lead. First drive of the second half. 10 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. Robinson under center. He's going to hand it on to hand it off to Sibley. Sibley's going to be brought down, I'm guessing, after no gain.
If not a loss.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of half a yard loss.
Yeah, it looks like I tried a little jet sweep action there, and there just wasn't anything there. He wasn't able to get around to the outside, and we didn't have the edge set.
Yeah, and we knew from the onset of the year we were going to be a really fast team, but when you lose two of your fastest with Ross Purvis and Carson Wiebengay, it kind of set you back a little bit.
Right.
And we're still a very fast team. We got some great skill players, but yeah, this St Bede team's got some speed.
Mm-hmm. Just like Morrison last week.
Yeah. And it's going to roll out.
Good job by at the quarterback. Yeah, it's number 4. And that was Demerol.
Intended for Wubin.
And Eric actually did a good job. They were blitzing there, and the middle linebacker was picked up, but then the end came in, and Eric kind of spin away from him and threw a pretty good pass there. It was actually really nice coverage there to stop that. You say that was on Wubin was the intended receiver?
Yeah, Wubin was the intended receiver. Thrown a little bit behind him, maybe a little bit more on it, and Wubin was open at first, but he closed the distance pretty quick.
Gonna have to hurry up on this play clock, or getting this play off.
We're gonna have trips to the left with Levi, Carson, Grunder. He rolls out, throws it to Grunder. Grunder catches it. He's gonna be just enough for the first down. Just on the second effort.
He caught that pass probably 3 yards short of the first down, eluded the first tackler, and then put his head down and ran right through the next guy. They had trips to the left side. They ran 2 guys deep, and left Grunder wide open there underneath. Nice throw by Eric, too. Nice touch on that one.
Yeah, all 3 of the defensive backs took off with the guys. I think they kind of were confused on who had what coverage.
Yeah.
9:58, I think, left to go. Maybe 8:58. And not sure who has
Olsen.
it. Oh, it's Olsen on the. He's gone. He's got one man to beat. Oh, he brings him down. Shoestring tackle. Nice tackle.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to outrun these guys. That was Olsen. I couldn't see who the other running. Oh, it was Grunder, 49. And a little crossbuck action there from the shotgun. That's kind of an odd way to see it, but that's really what that was. But he gave it to Olsen, who went through there first. And Olsen showed great speed on that outside.
Mm-hmm. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 on about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I think Grunder was back in there, so we probably got Sibley in there now.
Yep, Sibley's in, Hunter Olsen's in, and Gunnar Wubin's in the... Oh, we're going to throw a flag. I'm not sure what that's on.
Did they throw a flag?
Yeah. Back judge threw a flag.
Illegal substitution would be the only thing I could think of that would...
Breaking the huddle with 12? Is that...
No.
Yeah, I think that's what the call is. I think they broke the huddle with 12.
Well, you can always run off the field.
Yeah, but you can't. If you got 12 guys in the huddle, you can't run off the field.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, you got 12. Too many guys in the
Wasn't that the Packer game the other day? They had 13, and they ended up calling timeout.
I didn't watch it, but I've even got Packer fans on my Facebook page that are yelling, "Hey, this is wrong." I don't know what it was, but boy, everybody's upset, including the Packer fans.
All right, so 1st and 5.
It's going to be Hunter Olsen. Oh, nice tackle that time. And number 17 brings him down, and that is Jim Sanchez.
Another junior.
It's looking good for their future.
Yeah, that was
juniors and sophomores.
That was a big tackle there by Sanchez. Hunter had a lot of daylight there to the left side. Still got a 3-yard gain out of it, which is pretty nice.
Fortney's a sophomore. Story's a sophomore. I mean, Demerol's a junior. They've got Croissant's a junior.
Yeah, they only have 4 seniors. This will be the same team we're playing next year. Got Olsen with Robinson at shotgun.
Robinson on a quarterback draw, going to go off the left-hand side, and I think he might be about 2 yards short.
The chain gang guy
got out of the way.
Got out of the way and dropped his stick pretty early. Josh is doing that up at the University of Dubuque for the football games, and I tell you, I said you have to drop those. And I watched these games, and he's sitting there holding it when guys are running into him. So, how are you going to break your wrist, Josh?
Yeah. He just let go of those and run.
Yeah, that's what
why
these guys did.
one of them holds their position, the rest of them take off.
Yeah. So what's that? 7:34 to go in the third quarter. EP is up 16-14. So he's short of the first down. Looks like about third and a long 2, a short 3.
Yeah, I got a feeling we haven't seen a halfback dive. We haven't seen a.
Yeah, we're at the play clock is at 3 right now.
Quarterback
Oh, my goodness.
They
and jumps. Oh, my gosh. I was watching the back judge count. He was on 1, so there was about a second left, and St. Bede jumped. Holy cow, what a gift. Gives us a first down.
I got a feeling we would have seen a quarterback sneak there because that's been our bread and butter. On
the third short. Wow, what a big penalty. Because we were 1 second away from a delay of game, which was going to happen. We weren't ready to snap the ball. That's how you end up 0-7.
First and goal from the 5.
From the 5. Another
Carson
handoff
Wiegand
to
wide left.
Hunter Olson would be sweet.
And that's what you got. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's still fighting, nothing doing.
Yeah, it might have got back to the last scrimmage. I don't think he lost any. See what the side marker's doing. Yeah, he moved back about a foot.
We got second goal from the 5. Now the 5.5,
yeah.
Maybe 5 1/3.
There was nothing there on that. St. Bede has shown a willingness to blitz up the middle a fair amount, so they probably just overloaded it right there.
Well, when you don't have a lot of size, which they don't, but you got a lot of speed, why not? Just
right.
rush. You know, that's where I got a feeling we're going to be setting up a screen or maybe one of those little dump-offs to Hunter. Not here. There's no field.
Right.
But you're going to see a lot of that in the third and fourth quarter, I got a feeling.
Bunch trips to the right.
Hunter Olson off to the left. He's going to be brought down for a huge loss.
Yeah, that would have been one for Eric to keep it. He could have walked in untouched on the left side.
He's kind of limping, though. I think he's got a little hitch in his giddy-up.
That should have been a keep.
For those of you over 80.
Push us back to the very edge of our field goal range as well. Yeah, he is hobbling. He probably could have straightened that a little bit, pushing against that pile on that last play. He was in
Plus
there with
football
about 4
players,
guys.
no matter where you're from, tend to be a little dirty when there's a scrum.
Yeah.
So he might have had some people twisting his ankle and doing some other.
Well, we got a timeout. We got a little confusion on personnel. I'm not quite sure if we got 11 guys on the field or not. So we got 3rd and 12, 3rd and goal from the 12. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. EP's up 16-14. I don't know. You've watched the games a little bit more than I have. I've watched most of them.
Well, you got a place finisher in the high jump.
Yeah.
I'd maybe go in the corner of the end zone and throw it up for a jump ball.
They already gave him a couple chances and he dropped them, but maybe they'll give him another one. He's due to catch the next one.
He is.
Wouldn't be a bad time to do it because he usually lines up on the left side. He's got the balls kind of on the right hash.
Yep. I guess you're not going to have that happen
All right.
when he's on
Our
the
spotter
sideline.
says that he's out.
I mean, I guess it could happen.
Yeah, it'd be illegal, but yeah.
What's the coach from Pittsburgh's made a tackle before? So.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was a trip. He just kind of put his foot out and. It's going to be across, and it's going to be Carson for touchdown, Carson Wiegand.
Yeah, that really nice pass and catch there by Carson. That was
Well, he just caught it. He didn't throw it.
Well, it's really yeah. It was a nice pass, and it was a nice. You didn't see the comment in there. Okay. But Eric put a little more touch on that. He's been firing those in there, and Levi had missed that one. Great catch by Carson. He has really nice hands when the ball's in his area.
Yeah, he doesn't miss much.
No.
Nice snap, holds down, kick is up and through, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it was right on the snap, so I wonder.
It's encroachment.
Yeah.
And they blew the whistle, so I got a feeling.
I'm surprised they blew that one on because it wasn't like he was
impeding.
Yeah.
Or not impeding, but what is it? Unmolested with a quarterback.
I don't think that's
something
how it is.
like that. So we are up right now by 8.
Yeah.
So any point here is going to put them up by 2 scores.
Yeah, so they are going to
come.
come. Okay. Now, yeah, they did that kind of weird.
They did. You don't blow the whistle on an encroachment unless it's not molested. That's not the terminology.
23-14 now.
Oh, wait a minute. Now he's calling back out.
Okay, well, I already got the score up there.
Well, we got the official scorekeeper here.
Nope. I'm going to go back to 22. I don't understand that.
Now will we go for 2?
I don't think so.
Why not? I mean, we know why not, because that 1 point puts you up 2 scores.
Right. And
they haven't been able to stop our offense very well, so go up by 2 scores, make sure you keep it that
I guess
way
it's whatever you feel most confident in. I don't know what Levi's percentage is on making PATs. If he's 80, 90%, I would kick the PAT, but which looks like what they're going to do.
I bet you they don't ice him 3 times like they did Matt Garrison last year.
That's right. That took the last 5 minutes of that game took about 40.
Yeah, that was
took another hour to get out of here.
That was a fun win, especially with people sitting in front. Standing in front of us.
All right, so try number 2 here for Levi, and they're going to go off sides again.
Snap is down, hold the zone, and it's good.
Yep.
Same thing.
That one is even prettier than the first one.
That's right. 23-14. We have a 9-point lead in the third quarter. Scott will get the scoreboard changed here, and it feels nice to have a 2-point or 2-score lead.
Yeah, it does, especially the way this game started when they returned their first kickoff for a touchdown, and then on their first or second play from scrimmage, they took it just almost to the house, and we've really held them at bay pretty much since that time.
Yeah, ever since that second drive when they scored. They haven't scored since, and they had a couple opportunities, including a field goal that you thought was almost a sure thing with the foot of Pierce, but wide left, and still really didn't have the. I mean, it had the distance, but barely.
Yeah.
So how huge is that field goal late in the second quarter?
Yeah, that was really nice. That was right at 30 yards, I think, is what he had. He had plenty of leg on that PAT.
Yeah.
He doesn't get quite the height that Pierce does, but he does get good leverage into it. I'd like to have this kick go anywhere, but
3 or 4. Or
yeah, any of their single-digit numbers are really fast.
Yeah, kick it to 45 right there.
Well, he's a pretty big, burly guy too.
He kind of reminds you of Hunter Olsen.
Yeah.
In the build.
Yep, very similar.
Levi set to kick. It's going to be a short one to the up back. He's going to take it and get brought down immediately.
Yeah.
Who was that knifing through? That's Trevor Cobo.
Yep.
He is fast.
That was a good catch by the up back. I didn't get who it was. I thought it was 24, but
44,
they don't have it.
I thought.
Okay, 44. I thought I saw 4. Nick Law, but that was Trevor Cobo, you say, on the stop?
Yeah, Trevor Cobo.
Yeah.
Another one of our super softs.
Yeah. I think EP was just willing to live with this field position as opposed to one of their back fast guys breaking one there, I guess is what they were looking at.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of that, Fortney's in motion. It's going to be pitched to Fortney. And brought up by Jacob Grunder to slow him down and get caught up by everybody else. Nice job by Grunder.
Yeah, he did a good job with the outside contain there again, made him cut inside, and then you hope that the other linebackers can rally to the ball, which they did. Going to be a 2-yard loss on that play.
Something we didn't see in the first half, and we're seeing quite a bit of in the second half. Both teams making adjustments and both teams doing well. Nice to see Carson Weedmagay. Week 3, he went down with a knee injury, and we thought he was done for the year. He's got a torn ACL, and getting a touchdown with a torn ACL, that's just unbelievable.
Great accomplishment.
Gonna throw it deep, and almost picked off. I believe that was Jamie Miner.
Yeah, yep. Colby Franks had coverage on the outside there, and the ball was well underthrown, and Jamie made a good attempt there to try and come in there and pick that off.
That'd have been huge.
Yeah, the EP sideline's starting to feel the momentum on their side,
Absolutely.
Playing with a little bounce in their step. We survived this third down here and get the ball back, tack another point on the board.
You know, where I parked, I don't know if it was legally parked or not. We can't hear if they're calling my driver or my license plate, so let's hope it is. Drops back to pass again on third down, 3rd and 12. It's going to be rushed out of the pocket. Caught. No, dropped it. Perfect thrown ball.
Yeah, he had it in his hands. I think that was one of those where he kind of let the ball come into his chest a little bit too much.
Yep.
You got to catch it with your hands out front.
Even with the headset on, we could hear those pads snap.
Yeah, we
with
could
that
hear
ball.
the pads, and really nice throw by the quarterback. And a pretty good route. He went out past the yardage that he needed and came back and still had the first down. Wasn't able to make the catch, so now I'm assuming Pierce is going to be out here to punt. I'm looking for the white socks and the armbands. And
Yeah, you're down 2 scores, but it's only 9
yeah,
points,
a little
so-
early for a fake. Not good field position either, but like you said, that's the time to do it.
And other than a strong leg, I don't think he's all that athletic after trying to have him trying to run down Robert Munther. He does take a weird.
He does.
It almost reminds me of Mike DePaul or Fall.
Yeah. I think that's how he is able to get a good roll on that one, and Munther did a good job of fielding that.
Yep.
Looks like the
Flag?
the referee just blowing his whistle and kind of a.
Well,
is there a flag out
Number
there?
20 just picked up a flag, but it was out of bounds, so I don't know if he dropped it or what. But yeah,
No,
Chase,
there. You're saying hold on EP, so it's going to move us back.
Chase Forey gets into the. We announce his name for the first time tonight because he's the one that picked up that flag for the referee.
Yeah. And the referee was talking to somebody on the sideline, and like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm not sure.
Just being nice. But
Yeah.
got lost. It was behind the 50-yard marker, so I don't know how it got over there. But usually they throw it down at the spot of the foul.
Right.
I don't think there was a hold that far out of bounds.
Well, that's a long ways from the spot. That's hard to believe that there could have been a hold
back
from there because
He
it was kind of a
fielded the
line
ball
drivish
before.
kick, and he returned it immediately. But
Yeah.
this is where we're at. We're starting it on our own 24, 1st and 10.
More stats.
Late in the third quarter here. EP up 23-14.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle. I believe
Yeah.
it's Hunter, but I can't tell for sure.
I didn't see that either.
Pickup of 1. Half.
I'm not sure if that was Hunter or not.
Yeah, from this angle, can't tell.
4:30 to go in the third quarter.
Next week we will be at Prophetstown against Princeton. Again, if you get a chance, go tomorrow to Normal, Illinois, and watch our both middle school cross-country teams compete in the state cross-country meet. And it's going to be a handoff again to Hunter. He's going to break 1 tackle and going to get brought down by 2 more. It's
Yep.
going to be a loss.
Nothing going on there that for Hunter on that play.
And both teams have kind of settled down on defense.
Yeah. Eric may need to complete a pass to move the chains on this drive.
Well, and I think they've got it down that he's hobbling a little bit, so I think they're knowing he's going to his read every time. He's
Yeah,
hand it off.
is a give. Some of them need to be keeps.
Maybe throw in a Jamie Miner or Colby Franks that has some good wheels, maybe to do a keeper on
We're
that.
going to have to hustle to get this play off. It took a long time to get the play in. Still a long time in the huddle. We're at 4-3. This is going to be a timeout. Yep, EP is calling a
Second
timeout.
time out of the half?
I think that's the first one, if I remember right.
Oh, yes. There you go. We are brought to you, the second half is brought to you by J&B Welding. J.D. Jackson out there. He's if you need any plasma cutting, any welding, anything done, just give J.D. a call at J&B Welding. The office number is 309-887-4151. I guess we don't really have to say the number much anymore because it's right there on the screen.
It's right there on the screen. Yeah.
You can see that.
You're just showing off that you can read.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it might be that I've got it memorized. So, anyway.
Yeah, I've used JD for a few things in the past.
You
All
know,
right, so after timeout, EP's got a 3rd and about 14, I think is what they got it down as.
Yeah, we've nicknamed him the Torch Guy because Dan called his wife the Scissors Lady. And it's going to go deep to Jacob. Oh, just out through him about 2 yards, but he was open.
Yeah, it would have taken a really good pass. Eric showed great arm strength on that when he threw it from about the 15 clear over to the 40 and overthrew him as it was.
Yeah. But not by much. I mean, it was
it was a
pretty good thrown ball.
Pretty good thrown ball. Nice route, just a little bit too long. So I think this is just our second punt of the game. He got a really nice bounce on one of the other ones.
Well, if this is the second one, it had been the only other one.
He needs a really good one here.
It's a decent one. It's not a It's not a really good one for Trevor, but it's a really good. It's a good punt, and it's going to bring it out to about the 40. 4, I guess.
Yeah, not bad.
3:10 left to go in the third quarter.
EP is up 23-14. St. Bede hasn't got anything going except for the one drive since early in the first quarter.
Yeah, they did have that fumble recovery, and they took it down to had the first and goal on the 10, and with a holding call, had it brought back to first and goal on the 20. And
haven't threatened since.
No, haven't really threatened since. You're right. 45 up the middle. This is a good threat. Going to be brought down. I believe it's Colby Franks.
That's how the second quarter started with 45. Ethan Smerick running right up the middle, so big gain for them. Still got a ball game here for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it's good to have that 2-score lead, because one stop like they just did, and then they come back with a nice drive, and we still got that lead with the ball coming back. So that field goal is getting bigger and bigger as the game goes on. And it's going to be a keeper this time. That wasn't much of a read. I think he was just keeping it all the way.
Most of his are keeper. And if you're athletic as he is, I can see that. About a 5, they're going to mark it up to about at least a 6-yard, close to a 7-yard gain. And we're going to second and third. They got the ball on about the 13-yard line, I think is what they said. 16-yard line.
16-yard line, according to the scoreboard. We rely on them in games like this. I do like being right here. You can see the energy of our team, and it's nice. Oh, I don't know who jumped. I think it was the nose guard.
The guy with the ball right in front of him?
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy. You got to give it to him, though. He had that's Logan Wheeler. He's had some really good plays tonight, busting up that line and getting those holes gapped filled. And you don't call the defensive guys to do that a lot, but when they do their job well, then it's a position you don't get your name called.
Exactly.
We spent a lot of time down there, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's going to be fullback through 45. He's going to be brought down a couple-yard gain on the 1st and 10 after that penalty. It's going to bring up 2nd and I believe 8.
So they're at the 8 and still able to get a first down. It looks like they got the ball on the 9 with 8 to go for the first down.
Yep, 2nd and 8 at the 9. So yeah, you got enough room for a first down, but it's not going to be much room. Drops back to pass, rolls out to his right, and he hits his receiver. Brought down, I think it's about a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Yeah,
very much.
Impossible to see who caught that ball, but McFoy gets the tackle anyway. We're able to hear that. That was Tim Crescent, number 5,
less than
on
a minute
the
left to go in the
reception.
third quarter. I'm getting hungry for a croissant too.
Let's stop somewhere on the way home, I think.
There you go.
Chicken salad ain't getting it done.
It's a nice shot here on the sidelines with Eric Robinson and Hunter Olsen and Carson Wiebengay.
That was up the middle to Smerick, the fullback.
Going to bring up 4th down.
You think he's going to be just short of the first down.
I think the next play is going to be at this end, though, so we'll be able to see a lot better.
Are we under 30 seconds, Stan?
Right now I'm going to post in the middle of my shot.
I guess clock is running, which down to the tenths of a second.
Yeah, they're coming off the field. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Panthers lead 23-14. Going into the fourth quarter, jump around, people.
Yeah.
If you're a Wisconsin fan.
Yeah. You got a fourth quarter sponsor here?
J&B Welding.
What dude? All right.
J&B Welding is our second half sponsor. You got to give it to him. His nephew, Carson Wiebengay, is the one that had the last touchdown that has put us up by 2 scores.
Oh, so he's the torch guy and his wife's a scissor lady.
Yeah,
that's the deal?
The scissor lady's husband.
Yeah.
Yep, it's his scissor lady husband.
They are great. Thank you. They've been with us all year.
Yeah, they have. They've been with us all year. She did the first half of the season. He's doing the second half of the season. Like I said, their nephew's the one that just scored the last touchdown for us on that nice catch. The sure-handed Carson Weavengay.
Well, great job for them sponsors. We like them coming in. There's our other sponsor.
Byerman Agri-Systems. And I don't have to read it because
it's right there in front of you.
We're on screen.
Wonder how busy he was this spring. He needed anti-irrigation this spring with all that.
And they're going for a field goal.
What?
Snake through and.
There we go. Is our audio on? Yeah.
The snap is down, the hold is down, and the kick is up, and it's good from about 40.
Yeah, that was. Assuming it was straight enough, that was definitely long enough.
It's going to cut that lead to 6.
What did they say they were on the 4-yard line? Is that where that ended up being from? So they didn't get as much of a gain on that by last pass play. So nice stop there for EP to at least hold it to a field goal.
Yep. Stretched out by the trainer.
So who we got back? Munther and
I think it's Kobo.
Is that Kobo?
Yep. You know, we do have the best trainer on the planet, Matt Kelly.
Getting them all stretched out.
All-conference lineman for Augustana College in his day, and he is our athletic trainer. Nice kick again. It's going to go to Kobo. Kobo takes it, and this time he's going to go up the middle. And he's got a good lane. He's waiting for his blockers. I like the way he set up his blockers that time.
Yeah, he did a good job. He didn't run directly to the outside like he did on that one in the first half. He caught that on about the 3, returned it to the 30s. That was a really nice kick.
Yeah, a 27-yard run.
Yeah. So good job getting that back out. That happens a lot in high school. If you can kick one that far, you outkick the coverage quite a bit. Yeah. So pretty tough for all of them to get down there. So EP is going to start on their own 27, 28. Actually, they're moving clear for the 29.
Fredrickson coming in. I think that's the first time we've seen him all year, isn't it?
Is he just a sophomore?
Yeah, he is just a sophomore. He's one of those super softs that are on that team that are 7-0 that beat Morrison the other night. And Sibley's got nowhere to run, but he makes something out of nothing. He's going to still be brought back down for a loss, but I think he picked up a couple more than he should have. But
yeah,
don't you think there was a loss of forward motion on that?
I really do. I'm kind of surprised on that one.
They're kind of and I will say it's been both ways. They've been letting them play tonight. But that's
I'm always confused as to sometimes when they're going to blow the whistle when a play is dead. That one I thought would have been blown dead, but then when he breaks away from it, you're like, oh, okay, this is a good deal. But
that's Mac Foy on the sidelines getting attended to.
Okay, that's why we got Fredrickson in. Eric got the play. We got Hunter Olson and
Hunter Olson in the backfield. Sibley's in the backfield. Nope, that's Jacob Grunder in the backfield. Thrown deep. Oh, I don't know who it was intended to. I think it might have been Sibley.
Yeah, he's looking for Sibley.
McFoy's back up.
Did not run the route that the coach wanted. He's very emphatically telling him that.
Yeah, we need to get some ground gain here. Carson's coming back in the game. I got a feeling you might see that wheel route again to Carson.
Yeah, if we're going to get a first down. Of course,
I've never told my ACL, but I'm pretty sure if I did, I wouldn't be running and playing football like he is. At a high level like he is.
Yeah, I don't know how much pain is involved in that, and if it's just more of a just
can't do things.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him or experienced it, either one.
Looked like we jumped.
Looked like our whole right side of our line did. It passed.
Oh, I think he got hit way before. He did. Oh, it's intercepted. I thought he was throwing a flag. He was throwing the ball marker from where it was picked off at.
I don't know if that was Carson or Sibley who that was intended for. They were both right in the area.
Carson, though, it looked like he got hit. I thought early, but
it was close. They didn't make the call.
I think it was a more going for the ball kind of thing.
Really nice interception. I don't know punting if it would have been a huge difference anyway.
No, that's a good punt right there.
Yeah, it would have been a decent punt, and we don't have to worry about the snap or anything. So. Not the end of the world on that one. We just got to cover the trips here on the left now.
Trip sophomores out here. All three of them are sophomores. And it's going to be the quarterback. And a clip, but nothing called on the block in the back. Quarterback still on his feet. And he gets knocked out of bounds by Jacob Grunder at about the 26-yard line. Make it 29-yard line. Boy, there was a block in the back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it
and
looks like
nothing
it
was
could
ever
have
called.
been. Sometimes the defender turns to make the play, and then that's how the belt block ends up going. That might have been what the official's going to say, why there was no flag on that. Result's going to be a big, long gain for Demerol.
1st and 10. Hanging on to a 6-point lead. Trips to the right. And it's going to go to the fullback. He's met immediately, but escapes one tackle and gets messed by a plethora of Panthers.
Just in case Jason's listening. Or today.
Well, it'll be tomorrow.
Well, and after when they're listening. See if I can fall out of the truck.
I promise you, people, we have not had a drink. Not one. Well, I haven't. I don't know. Maybe Scott has. I don't know.
2nd and 8 from the 22 looks like. How much time we got left in the quarter, Dan?
10 minutes and
That's
7 seconds.
Game, actually. 10 minutes to go in the 4th.
We've got 2 guys out on the trips. We need to get somebody else pick it up.
Fumble
on the play. Oh. Escapes. Throws it out, and it's going to go out of bounds. So
yeah. There's a lot of action on that one. He fumbled the snap and picked it up and had got a lot of pressure from the outside. Was able to avoid that.
And you don't see that very often in high school. Usually they try to make something happen. He just does a wise thing and rolls out of the pocket, gets out of the tackle box, throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a smart play because he was going to get sacked for about a 10-yard loss on that one had that not happened. So.
Well, not that, and a smart quarterback at this time realizes they've got the momentum.
Yeah.
And if they don't have to score here, they can kick another field goal, still be down, but they've got the momentum and they're stopping us rather well. So unless we figure something out on offense, the game's in pretty good hands for them right now. Quarterback rolls out, and there's a scrum. He's going to be well short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. I got a feeling they're going to go for another field goal.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, he's definitely got plenty of leg. It's pretty close. 4th and about
3
or 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're going to say 2, so we'll go with Scott, and general consensus is 2.
The kicker is staying on the sideline, so they're going for it. Be a good time for a
freeze play.
For a long count.
We've been really good on that tonight.
You had to say it.
It wasn't a freeze, but they didn't.
Pass to the outside, number 2.
Caught.
Luke Story, and they do call a catch on that. Nice pass.
It's kind of like listening to a baseball game on the radio when you see which sidelines. They hear a lot of crowd roaring. The home team had a good play. On this one, you didn't know what was going on, but they started cheering, so you knew.
It's on the far side of the field. We're low enough; it's hard to tell.
1st and 10 on the 10, so they have enough room for the first down.
Yeah, they must be barely.
Bad snap, but he picks it up cleanly. He's being chased by Gunner. Oh, hit immediately by Robert Munther.
Yeah. That was an incredible job by Fortney to hang on to that.
Robert Munther. There's the hit of the week if they're looking for one. Dan puts that up every week. I think he puts up the block in the hit of the week.
Yeah, that'll be in the running for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 on the 9.
He did a good job of timing that up too, and he didn't hit him early.
Right.
So.
No, he hit him perfect. I'm surprised that ball didn't squirt out of there.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to run out to the right side this time. Throws into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Wow, ran a little out and up on that one, and Demerol was able to throw it over top of the defender. I didn't see who the reception was on that, but
I didn't either.
Great catch, just in the back of the end zone. What number? Oh, it was number 1.
Fortney.
It was Fortney.
So that's going to tie it up 23-23, pending the PAT with 8:01 left to go in the game.
All right,
We've
we
got a good
one of these earlier.
That's the thing. This Bruins team scored more points on us than Morrison did, and that's good. It's going to put them ahead 24-23. But they scored more points against us than just about everybody.
Yeah.
And they're 0-7.
Isn't that something?
That's what we are down some starters.
Okay, we're going to have to make a comeback now. Just going to make it feel that much better.
I'm trying to think. Has anybody scored more than 24 on us this year? I don't think so. No, Hall had 28.
I'd look it up, but there's no internet out here, so.
Yeah, 8:01 left to go, and I think Hall scoring 28. I think they're the only ones that have scored more than what this 0-7 team has played. So obviously they're a little better than what their record says.
All right, so we're going to have to, we're down 1. Starts with a good return here. The kicks have been going about to the 5, except for the very first one of the game, which went into the end zone.
Well, I think it bounced from about the 10, and Robert.
Yeah.
It's going. It's a good thing it didn't bounce back.
Yeah.
This time they're splitting it and going different.
Right. They got Cobo on the left and Munther on the right this time. Interesting. I don't know if there's any strategy behind that, if that's just the way they ran out there. Most of his kickoffs have been down the middle-ish.
Well, the first 2 were to the right side, or our left. But the last 2 have been to our right side, and I got a feeling maybe they're trying to get it into the hands of Munther. And this time it's going to go to Cobo again on the other side. Cobo's going to take it at about the 10, and he's still going. He's got a good return out to about midfield, and he brought down at the 50.
Flag over here dropped right in front of us. Nowhere near the action at all. I have no idea what that could be.
No idea. That's terrible.
Well, it's something anyway.
It's against us on a hold.
On a hold, yeah.
I don't get that. I don't. This guy's the same guy that's dropped about 4 flags that I've scratched my head about.
Coach is standing right next to him, wondering the same thing. So
it's the same guy that doesn't call them for the holding on the wide receivers. I don't know. I don't want to. Holding 50 yards away from the play.
Yeah, that was a long ways away. Eagle eyes. Great job.
And that's not from where we're down at the 50. That's from the spot at the 30, at the 40. So it's going to be 25-yard. No, they're going to spot at the 30. 10-yard play against the spot foul.
About a 15-yard penalty ends up being, because I think he was out about to the 45. So still decent field position. We got the ball on the 30.
We got to get something going anyway, because we're down by 1, and it's going to be Connor Sibley up the middle for a gain of about a foot. Not even that.
Yeah, Sibley hasn't had got a whole lot going there. Olson's been the main running back. It's finding the gaps. Eric hasn't kept one
in a while.
Ever
since he was hobbling.
That play down by the goal line that ended up being a Levi Cole field goal.
He's not really hobbling anymore, so I don't know if he's still got some kind of residual from that, or if there's design or what, but it'd be nice to see him keep one here. And he does. He's going to pull it down and run with it. He's up the middle. Oh, he jumps.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
He definitely must be feeling better, because he was pretty spry on that one. Then tries to hurdle a tackler.
And he is a state medalist in high jump, too, as well, right? 2 as well? That's a little redundant.
Yeah. Get a result about 3rd and 3. How much time we got, Dan?
I think it's 6:53 left to go, and the clock is ticking. We're down by 1, folks, so, there is no...
Probably not 4-down territory here, I wouldn't think, but sure like to get a first down here and keep the chains moving.
And it's going to be the quarterback sneak, and he's got
going to
enough.
have a first down easy.
Well, this side judge may throw a holding flag.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, so it's going to be first down Panthers at the 41-yard line. Make it a 42-yard line, still going. No, and you got to give it to these refs. There's been a lot of calls where you're looking and saying, man, that could be a hold, but, they're not calling it on either side.
No.
Or the ones they are calling, they're calling on both sides.
Then there's a shortage of them, so if you pick on them too much, you may not have any games to play. So
yep, there you go.
It is what it is.
And it's going to be Hunter Olson this time up the middle. He's going to pick up about 1.5 yards, maybe 2.
Not much on that. He kind of pitter-pattered to the line on that one. I don't know if he quite knew if he was going to cut it outside or go up the middle, and kind of did neither. Needs to pick a lane and go hard with it next time.
Yeah, we're going to say 1.5 yards.
He's a little better on the tackle and out than he is right up the middle, which is where he was on that one.
Yeah.
We haven't seen flat pass to Olson since about the first or second drive of the...
I think it was the second play of the first play of the game. Yeah, well, you're right. We haven't seen that but one time tonight. And he is going to do it this time. Good call, Scott, if he can get it off. Doesn't get it off.
He did everything he could. That was the play.
He's down.
Eric just couldn't get away from the pressure. He never had a chance to set up to make the pass on that.
That's where you want to see him throw it out of bounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're going to call him down there in the grasp. I don't really agree with that one. This isn't the NFL. They usually let you.
Well, he was going down. I wonder if his knee wasn't down.
No, that could have been. That highly could have been. So the result, that's going to be about a 3rd and close to 15 here.
Drops back to pass. Good coverage. And incomplete, intended for Johnson. He's going to bring up 4th and 14.
Going to punt.
Punt team coming in. Now you might see that Trevor Cobo signature fake. He did it quite a few times last year.
What's the fake?
He basically just gets it and takes off. But he usually runs it to the right side, and it's the short side of the field this time, so I don't know.
So
Colby Franks is deep
left
over here. Or he's the fly guy over there. I don't know. You might see a reverse. No, he's going to kick it. I'm going to say you might see a reverse from the fresh off because Colby's the quarterback in the fresh off, and Trevor's a wide receiver, and they've got a lot of deep passes. I was like, maybe you'll see a little reverse pass.
That was a really nice punt there by Cobo.
It was.
Number 5, Croissant, with the catch, did a fair catch. It's a real high spiraling kick. So this is a must-stop time here now for EP.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got, you're up by a point. There's like 5 minutes left to go in the game. That's a good time to call for a fair catch on that, no matter how much room you have.
Oh, yeah,
don't
for
have.
sure. I imagine we're going to get a pretty good dose of Damerol.
Yeah, I would imagine. You don't want to throw it and stop that clock. Munther in motion with the motion man. And Demerol it is, and he's around to the right side, and he makes a few great moves.
He did. I tell you what, I thought he was stopped at the tackle. He bounced out, looked like he was stopped outside the end, and he still bounced it outside of that again.
Yeah.
Really athletic play there, about an 8-yard gain for Damerol. Going to bring up 2nd and short for them.
Last year, I think it was 38 seconds left to go when we got the ball, and 2 point.
Yeah, something
down
like
by
that.
2.
Yeah.
And marched it down about 45 yards to kick the game-winning field goal. I don't know if we'll get the ball back or not, but they're going to burn a lot of time off, that's for sure. Going to bring up 2nd and 2.
They're going to have a tough time getting this play off. 5-second clock is going. They're down to 3, 2, 1. Oh, my goodness.
Just didn't get it.
What? That was right at the buzzer. Because the ball did get snapped, actually.
I think the ref. I think that went in our favor that time. I think he got that off just as he was getting that.
I'll tell you what, the back judges
off.
had about 3 of those today where he's been right there, and he's like, "I'm going to get one of these."
You're not going to stop me. Not this time. 4:13 or 5:13.
4:13 to go. EP is down 1. That's a big penalty there because they were looking at 2nd and really short. Now that moved them back to about 2nd and 7 or 8.
And stops the clock.
Yeah.
I realize, they would have ran the play and whatever would have been off, but still. Fortney in motion again. It's going to be Demerol again.
Yeah, low snap. That one I'm not for sure if that was going to be a direct keep there. It was a low snap. You might have just seen what yardage he can get.
No gain.
The result is a good defensive play there by EP. So 3rd and 7.
Nickel defense comes in.
I think we used 1 timeout in this half because we had 1 in the 3rd quarter when we weren't going to get the playoff.
Yep.
So I think we only got 2 left.
Levi Cole comes out and Trevor Cobo goes in, so the nickel defense is in. And I think you might see a blitz here.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if St. Bede would throw in this situation because they want that clock to keep on running. They're going to be really close to getting this play off, too. Just due under the whistle. Reverse. Good call.
Hold here. Yep, they threw it, too.
Yeah,
no, this call's coming back.
Colby Franks was getting held there on the outside. Munther makes the tackle. They're saying he was down. I think he was down.
He was, but it's coming back.
Yeah.
Spot foul, it's going to be 3rd and 15. The bad thing is, though, about 20 seconds ran off the clock.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the good news is they did not get a first down, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah, no first down.
It's tough on those receivers when you run a reverse like that because they're waiting forever for the play to get back to them, and they're like, I want to make a block, and sometimes your best job is just to run into the guy. You got to keep your arms inside, and he wasn't able to do that.
Just seal it off is
Yeah.
the best way, but they want to hold that and spring him for a big one, and it's either going to spring him for a big one or going to flag.
And they didn't need it. All they needed was the first down. They didn't need the big play. So very fortunate there for EP.
So
That's a big penalty.
It's only going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah. Yeah, the flag was right about where, 10 yards from there. Run the same play again, right? I'm guessing we're going to be looking at the Demerol running something here, a keeper, getting out to the edge. I don't see them putting
I don't see him putting it in the air, no.
Yeah, the clock is running.
Yeah, 3:01 left to go in the game. We're going to have trips to the right. They're going to have a lone receiver out here with Franks on him.
Yeah, they got a man in motion. And
I think they had 2 in motion.
they called a timeout just before the snap. That's an interesting one because the ball actually did get snapped, and they had 2 guys in motion, and they did give Grant them the timeout, though. So I guess just as well it stops the clock. There's a little bit of confusion. They had trips out there on the right side, and I think they had a split out here on the left. Probably what they want to do is just spread the field out as wide as they can to give their quarterback room to run somewhere up the middle. That's what I'm thinking they're going to be doing. I'd be shocked if he puts the ball in the air.
Yeah, me too. Can we win 2 years in a row in a last-second field goal? We can.
We certainly can.
But will we? That is the question.
Yeah. Well, the big play here would be to stop them on 3rd down and have them punt, and we'll have to set it up from there. They've had a few low snaps when he comes back in the shotgun, so there's a chance that
our internet's working fine now. It's beautiful.
I don't remember how many timeouts they have used. And here we go, 3rd and 10.
Demerol drops back. He rolls out to the right. He's looking for a receiver. Gets one, and it's caught. Caught enough for the first down.
It is, huh?
First down. That's probably going to be the game we got. We do have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, we'll be using them after this one. They are moving the chains. Well, he shocked us there. I guess that's the time to do it, right? When you're not expecting it. Rolled out. He had that right side flooded with trips right on the route.
Yeah, now you're definitely not going to see him put it in the air. They're going to be run. Rolls out to the left this time. Robert Munther's got him and bulldogs him down for a big loss.
Going to use a timeout right away. Would have been a good time for a try and strip that ball. He had able to hold him up with the one hand. Too bad he couldn't have done the
Lovey Smith punch out of Peanut Tillman.
The ball punch. Bears had a big one the other day on one of those right at the goal line.
Yeah, and still lost the game.
Still lost the game, yeah. So that's going to make 2nd and about 16 for, is that 104 or 204? 204?
204
okay.
left to go.
And EP has one more timeout that they can call. So, no way St. Bede's going to put the ball in the air again. No way.
If they do, they deserve to lose if
right.
they end up losing. Yeah, if I was them, boy, I'd just run some straight dives right up the middle.
Yeah, you could give it to their big fullback, 45, Schmerich. I don't see him on the field right now.
Yeah,
nope, he is out there right next to the quarterback, Demerol. One of those two is going to be having the ball on this play.
And it's going to be Demerol, and it's a straight sweep.
He's trying to stay in bounds, and I don't know if they. That's one of those where you
throw him out of bounds.
Yeah, you want to just run him a little bit further.
Pick him up and shove him out of bounds.
But he is able to stay in bounds.
Yeah, we're going to let the time run off of this one because this long third down, we can save our last. And then,
right.
You know, they're going to have to kick unless they get a big gain on this one.
Yeah, there's no point in using the timeout on this one.
No.
Because you only got one left anyway. Maybe they'll throw a pass.
You see the pink arm of Carson Wiebengay. Isn't he the one that had the big pass catch last year to get him down there?
Yeah, I think that could be. So I check my memory bank.
Kobe Frank's out on an island. Blow the play dead. Well,
false start on St Bede. Okay.
I mean, it helps us in a way, but it also hurts us because
there's
a couple seconds ran off the clock.
Right.
Time is not our
we need more
best
time.
Friend right
we don't
now.
need them to get extra seconds ticked off, which is what they did. It's going to move them well back now, so third and looking at close to 20. They're on their own 37. Taking their time getting that one off too.
See, that clock started again. That penalty really hurt us if they're going to run the clock off.
Yeah.
I mean, legally they're supposed to shut it off, but or stop it, but they didn't. I think they're going to put some time back on, but
Coach.
You can't let the 40 seconds run off and then stop the clock with a penalty. We just do that the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Please put 7
Coach
seconds.
Abbott was yelling at the ref, "Why is the clock running?" And then the two officials went and looked at each other, like, see if either one knows.
Well, they're not putting any back on yet. Well, I'll tell you what, he's kind of explaining what I just said, and you can't do that. I mean, otherwise you run the 40 seconds off, you tell a guy to jump, and then you can start the clock again, run another 40 seconds off.
They put some time back on. They did go. Well, eventually you run out of yardage.
Yeah.
5 yards at a time.
Half distance to the goal line. Over and over and over.
Okay, they put
quite a bit back on. They put 8 seconds back on. They might try a pass play here on 3rd and long. Nope, they run it, and he's going to stop it. Now timeout, and it's going to give us about a minute. Why are we not calling a timeout yet? Why are we not calling a timeout?
Well, we're not going to call one now, but they did get to stop. Now we've been really close on those block punts. That Pierce catches the ball, and
why would you not call a timeout and give yourself over a minute to go?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good time for a block if they can get it.
Because
they're just going to let the clock run all the way down.
Well, yeah. I mean, we should have called a timeout as soon as that play was over. We'd have had 1:04 left to go. Yeah. And then if they kick it, or even if they try to run a fake, it stops as soon as the ball changes hands.
Right.
Why did they let so much time run off the clock? Now we call a timeout after about 22 seconds runs off.
Did we? St. Bede called the timeout.
Oh, St. Bede took the time.
So I think that's their last timeout. How much time do you see there, Dan? I see a .7.
I think it's 40. 40.
Yeah, I think he got caught in one of those things where he decided he wasn't going to do it, and then once you let another 10 seconds go off, you're just like, I'm not going to use the timeout. I have to ask him what his strategy is after the game.
And I'm asking because I may be wrong in my thinking, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess in case you got a second chance for a field goal.
Right.
And that could be it. I mean, that definitely be it. But then you can also clock it.
Right.
I don't know. But
our most important thing here is going to be receive the punt. We can't fumble or anything. We've been really close to blocking these punts. We got one and just missed on 2 others.
Yeah.
He kind of Pierce receives the snap and runs to the right and kind of runs forward as he does it. So hopefully we can get that timed up right now. Got just Munther back. It's pretty much we've been going just a single receiver back. think he might need to back up a little bit further. I think that ball could go over his head from that point.
Well, I think the pen block's going to be on. It is. Everybody's coming, and they don't get it blocked.
Yep, another corner kick like he's been doing. Looks like right about the 31.
We need a little big dose of Carson and a big dose of anybody else that can go deep.
Yeah, Eric's shown good arm strength in today's game.
And pretty good accuracy. He's
yeah.
overthrown a couple.
So we'll see what he can come up with here. Some sort of wheel route with Carson on the outside.
I don't know, but I would put the fastest guys I got on and just go deep. And you've got some like Trevor Cobo, a sophomore that gets a lot of deep balls thrown to him in the fresh off level.
Yeah.
You know, you've got some other guys out here that get him in the game.
I think we got Jamie Miner.
Jamie Miner and Carson Wiebengay and...
Oh, we're going to try a double pass here.
Yep.
He's got it.
Carson
Sibley.
When I
saw Jamie out there, I wondered what they were doing. And obviously a little halfback pass. So we're set up there. Really nice play. Now they're going to probably clock it, which they are.
Yep. All right. Second and 10 now from the 30.
Yep.
And we're going to have to go at least another 15 yards for a
that was
a last-second field goal.
That was a really nice pass by Jamie. I tell you what, it was a good pass by Eric. He has to make sure he throws that backwards because you can't have two forward passes, and that was close. And then Jamie found Connor Sibley across the middle. Beautiful pass by Jamie.
Well, did you see the both guys that were on Carson and the one that was on Jacob Grunder? Both went deep. They were backpedaling fast, so nobody was really trying to stop them from going. Picked off. That's going to end the game. That's going to end the game. That's all right. You got to try that. You got to do it. You know, you got to give it the effort.
Yeah, he was trying to. He was rolling out and looking for Levi Cole there in the back of the end zone, and nice. I couldn't see who got it. Might have been Damerall back there, able to pick it off. Number one, it was Fortney. He's back there. Cole was the intended receiver.
Hey, you know, it was exciting.
We were only on the 32. We needed more yardage, so he wasn't going to be able to kick a 50-yarder.
But that's exactly why they didn't call that timeout. I mean, seriously. I mean, you got to give your time. I mean, you clocked it and you got it down there, but you know, you would have had.
He knew we were going to have to try and kick the field goal to win. So you're answering your question of why we didn't burn one, because he's like, well, we got this trick play that's going to get us down there in that area. Unfortunately, Connor wasn't able to get far enough where we're going to be able to kick it from there, so had to run a couple more plays and just threw the interception.
Yeah, and you see him lining up and ready to go shake hands, and a dejected Eric Robinson, but he's got nothing to be. He played a good game.
Yeah, they played a good game. St Bede, as an 0-7 team, they showed a lot of heart. They played much better than I anticipated coming in, for sure.
And they're forced to be reckoned with the next 2 years with all these sophomores on there.
Almost an underclassmen team.
Of course,
barring a horrible snap. That will do it.
That's the game. We won on the last-second field goal last year and lost on the last-second interception this year. But they have nothing to be down about. They played a heck of a game.
So who do we got next week?
Princeton
at Provincetown?
Yeah, Princeton at Provincetown.
So,
and they've got one loss, and that's to Newman.
Yeah, so they're the real deal. So they can EP's going to have to go back and just try and build on what they did. Eric threw the ball pretty well. Hunter ran the ball well. Just going to have to try and put their next step forward and get ready for a tough game next week.
Yeah, and we got a pretty young team ourselves. We got a bunch of sophomores out there starting, a bunch of juniors out there starting. So I don't see anything to hang their heads about it whatsoever. They played well. The coaches did a great job of doing some adjustments and stopping them, because they didn't score in the second or third quarter. It was all the fourth quarter that they came back and beat us with.
Right there at the end, they were able to get that. So
we knew the quarterback was going to be pretty good, and I almost played a little too fast on defense to start, and then a little bit later on as well. We were just overrunning stuff. He's a good athlete. I mean, their quarterback is a good athlete. They run some pretty good routes, and we knew they were going to get some passes, but they didn't get any big ones on us, really. Right. Nothing that was a backbreaker, and that's kind of what we talked about. When you pass that many times, you're gonna get some. And I thought our defense did a pretty decent job of not giving up the big play. We gave up the one kick return early, but that wasn't on our defense. But yeah, they played hard, and that's kind of what I was worried about a little bit with just understanding coming to this game, that you could see on film that they played really hard. They hadn't given up yet. And we talked before the game, we're gonna have to match that. This is their shot. This was their shot to get one, and we had to match that energy earlier, and I thought we did a decent job of it. And we really found our groove, in the middle quarters, especially defensively. We kind of got some things figured out. We started doing the right things, and we kind of took away what they wanted to do, but just not quite enough.
Anyway.
Yeah, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot in the first half. Our 2 fumbles. We did everything right the first time we touched the ball. I mean, it was just play after play. It looked good. And then we give up the kick return, and then we get our kick return. And we're like, okay, kind of match it. That's fine. Kind of evens itself out, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, too many mistakes. I think we just didn't execute. We've been talking about execution for a long time. These last 2 or 3 weeks, and just how much games come down to execution, and we just didn't hit on a number of things on offense that, at the time when we needed them to. It was a missed block here, a missed running path here, a missed drop, a drop or whatever. And, not too many of those on defense, but they took the ball away from us, 4 times, and we only got one. We only got one. And that makes a difference in a game like this. We keep the ball a couple more times, you never know what happens.
Right.
Thank you for watching Panther Points on AroundPtown.com, brought to you locally by the Cornerstone Agency, Rock River Lumber and Grain, Erie High School, Melton Seed and Service, Berkey's Farm Store, Gold Star FS,